Once you leave books behind, you go into the world of meditation. Meditation can be very fancy with all sorts of hands and body positions and everything, breathing. But basically, meditation is just closing your eyes. Once you shut out the outside world. As I'm doing this, you can see that that I'm in the city. I wanted to do this little video in the park with nature. And then I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, well, the best thing I can do is sit on a bench in the middle of the city, that's kind of like quiet because it's a holiday, and then listen to this car alarm. Is this going to spoil the meditation? No, it enhances it, because once I close my eyes, I absorb through my ears and my other senses. The eyes are the dominant sense. It controls everything. Once the eyes close, then you can open up the other senses, and especially the ears. So this is by Hashkoka Protis that this car alarm went off, and the quintessent sign that I'm in the right path here is that how does one do the Shema, which means to hear or to absorb. The first line of the Shema, and including the second line, one is supposed to cover their eyes, depending on what system you use. Should it be a certain way? Should you use one hand or two hands? You should use one hand. And then say the Shema and the Bruk Shem with the hand still over it. So let me say it, because this is a very deep issue here. How come you close your eyes for the Shema? Because the Shema is a meditation in itself. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Bruk Shem Kavod Malkuto L'Yolam Ved. But focus on that first 6 words of the Shema. This is the essence of Judaism. And for the essence of Judaism, you're supposed to have your eyes closed. Let me repeat that. For the essence of Judaism, you're supposed to have your eyes closed. If you have your eyes closed, how can you read? Repeat that. If you have your eyes closed, how can you read? By closing your eyes, you're opening up your ears. And this is the final point, the finest point within Judaism. Saying and absorbing the Shema, slowly understanding the Shema, that there are 6 words in the Shema, the gematria of the Shema. I've done this before, what the gematria is, so I'm not going to repeat it now, because what I'm interested in is just closing the eyes and then seeing what happens. Closing the eyes is what I call self-isolation. This self-isolation, which is the word hitbodedot. Hitbodedot is the secret of Judaism. It's been passed down. The specific word of hitbodedot is by Rebbe Nachman of Breslov, when one speaks to God verbally, you know, preferably in nature. And this concept of isolation, from my opinion, and in the essence of what meditation is, not only by me but by meditators, is to close your eyes, and that shuts off the outside world. So you've now absorbed and kind of like think to yourself, you know. You can follow your breath or whatever you want to do. Say a mantra to yourself. Do whatever you want, but keep your eyes closed. And in my opinion, you don't have to. The mantra, the preliminary mantra is, of course, the Shema. But see what happens when you just keep your eyes closed. Better in a sitting position, because if you're lying down, that's what sleep is. So some sitting position, but don't make a big deal about the posture right now. You'll get into better posture naturally. And so just focus in on closing your eyes. And then observing yourself from that closed eyes position. What happens? Do thoughts come by? So this is meditation that I think is the whole thing. Shut your eyes, go internally, and proceed from there.